What's going on YouTube? So we've been very anxiously awaiting this vehicle that's right next to me. This of course is the Ford F-150 Lightning. And today we have a little bit of time here to take a kind of abbreviated first look and drive of this all new, very innovative F-150, which of course is full electric. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into that. So when it comes to the F-150 Lightning, what are you going to get in terms of the design? Well, of course it's going to have that signature F-150 look, but you're going to have a lot of details that are special to the Lightning. First and foremost, you'll notice the grille is basically completely sealed off here, and this gives you a very distinct look. We do have a little bit of area down here for airflow, but mostly everything is going to be sealed off. The other very distinctive element are these lights. So we have this very distinct bending light that goes all the way across to the other side and connects to the other unit, in addition to the other full LED headlights on board. One of the other distinct elements will be that you have special wheels. So today we are in the Platinum Series Lightning. So that's going to be the top trim level of the Lightning, designated by Platinum here on the side. This of course is also the charge port, so I can pop this open and give you guys a quick show of that. You do have another version of this on the other side just for symmetry's sake, but the charger is here on the driver's side. Of course, your signature large mirrors. In profile here, the F-150 Lightning does pretty much look like a traditional F-150. So as you can see, this is the design you get. Lightning is actually available in just the crew cab, so that's important to remember. You're not going to have any different bed lengths or cab configurations. It's going to be just the crew cab as you see it today. Of course, we got the special Lightning branding there on the side. And as we come around to the back, you're going to notice the same design theme back here as well. Full LED lighting, but we have this special wraparound light, which is unique to the Lightning, and designated inside of this is your LED reverse light as well. And you have F-150 stamped into the tailgate. Let's go ahead and open up the bed. Of course, it is soft, or excuse me, the tailgate is soft opening, and here is the bed. Typical F-150. It's going to be made for utility. So you've got the bed step, you've got the LED lighting, you have, very importantly, the full generator. So you can power your house with this F-150. It puts out so much power. So that, of course, is a very unique thing and makes it stand out from the traditional F-150s. Now, continuing our tour, let's get into the interior. Very cold and wet out there, so let's take a look around at what we have on board with the cabin. To me, it feels very much like the traditional F-150, but we have a much more of an emphasis on technology, and that's really signified primarily by this gigantic display that we have here in the middle. But I'll let Mason go ahead and climb inside and we'll take a tour around the cabin. Now, because we are at the Mama Rally, we are sharing the vehicle with a lot of different people today. We have a very limited time frame, so we're not going to cover every single detail. Look forward to seeing a full review on our channel as soon as we can get a hold of one of these. We'll be working with Ford and whatever other resources we can to be able to bring you guys a full review of this Lightning as soon as possible, so stay tuned to our channel. But in terms of taking a look around the cabin today with this Platinum model, very, very nicely finished. I love these seats first and foremost. This is a premium Nirvana leather, and we have the two-tone finish on board. Absolutely lovely. They actually kind of look like what you get in a Lincoln product, and you even have speakers built into the headrest, so that's very, very premium touch. Now, kind of looking around, up on the upper dash here, we do have a soft touch material as well as a nice leather with the stitching details. As we move down, we have kind of aluminum trim, more leather through here. And down along the sides, you do even have leather on the shifter, which still continues to have that really cool trick of being able to fold away, and then you can grab that, fold this down, and make your work surface for getting the job done. Now let's talk about a little bit with the technology. So if we look over here, we have our full digital gauge cluster. This, of course, is going to be standard on all the Lightnings. The graphics change when you switch to different drive modes. You can reconfigure it to however you like. And as we look back at the steering wheel, traditional F-150 design, nice leather wrapping, piano black accents throughout the cabin on here as well. And we do also have our sensor, which is monitoring your face. This is for the Blue Cruise system, which will allow you to drive on designated highways completely hands-free, so long as you're actually paying attention, and that's going to be monitoring your face to make sure that you do that. Now, of course, every F-150 is going to have tons of storage. I'm very happy to see that the Lightning does not compromise that in any way. We still have tons of space inside this console. We've got all this storage up here, wireless phone charging pad, tons of USBs, areas over here on the side as well as on the door trims. And speaking of the door trims, I'm noticing beautiful metal speaker grills. I love those. You heard me mention in the headrest you even have speakers. That's because this Platinum fully loaded model has 18 speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. Very, very impressive stuff. Also very, very large and impressive is this right here. This is your 15.5-inch touch display. This basically is the same as what you have on the Mach-E, and they've insert this into the dashboard. It takes up basically the whole thing. And the lower section is going to be where your climate controls as well as your audio is actually integrated inside of the display. Very cool touch. As far as this is going to be running the latest version of the Sync system. So it does have really nice performance. That also is going to throw in wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. And then finally, wrapping up the front of the cabin, we have this nice panoramic sunroof. Okay, let's take a quick look at the back seat. I'll climb on board. I'm noticing we have beautiful, really nice floor mats on this Platinum model with the same color contrast stitching. And back here, really nice, same leather, nice materials on the door trim, Alcantara, beautiful leather. In terms of features, one of the nice things is that we have the 2-stage heated seats for both the back seats. We also have the household outlet and double USB ports so that you have the ability to charge anything that you need to charge. Okay, so there was about a quarter throttle in the F-150 Lightning, so we are very excited to be behind the wheel of this all-new full electric pickup truck here. This, of course, is a really big deal for Ford. Now we're on a little bit of a twisty road here, so I'm not going to do a full throttle acceleration since it is raining right now. However, this F-150 Lightning certainly is very powerful. Drew can read off the power figures, but it's going to be pretty exciting. Holy crap.
Wow, and that was up to 60 miles an hour.
Wow.
Holy crap.
This thing feels as fast as a Mach-E, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible. So here's the actual horsepower. 563 horsepower, 775 pound-feet of torque with the extended range model. That's what we have today. The regular version is going to be making only 426 horsepower, so still a ton of power, and 775 pound-feet of torque. So you're looking at the most powerful F-150 you can buy. This actually well exceeds the Raptor overall, and you know, the way power is put down, I would say that this is probably even faster than the Raptor.
Right.
In 0 to 60 time.
Yeah, that 775 horsepower, you definitely feel every bit of it. And one thing I do want to comment on for this F-150 Lightning is just the regen braking, because I'm sure you're probably curious about how that is on the pickup truck here, and I have to say this is pretty strong regen. You could definitely do some one-pedal driving. It is very, very strong, and I believe you will be able to adjust that in the settings as well.
But let us not fail to mention what is probably one of the most important parts. You're thinking, Drew, what is the range? And we will let you know here on this quick drive. The standard model is going to be able to do 230 miles of range. But really importantly, of course, in the minds of a lot of people, the threshold of 300 miles of range. And this F-150 Lightning can deliver that when you choose to have the extended range battery like we have today. That's going to give you that extra range, not just for driving, but also kind of an extra threshold when you're towing. for example,
Right.
which is going to obviously use more energy. You'll have more of a margin of error for towing a large load. And by the way, the towing is 10,000 pounds with this extended range battery. So it's not just towing around some little tiny thing. You can actually tow around a full load with this F-150 Lightning.
Yeah, it's an F-150 after all. I also want to mention your ride quality here. We're on a really, really bumpy road, and the F-150 Lightning in this Platinum configuration really does ride like every other F-150 I've been in, which is certainly a great thing. It is so comfortable when behind the wheel, and that's exactly what it needs to be. And as you can see there, I did a complete stop without even touching the brake pedal. So we have the one pedal drive, I assume, turned on. I don't know if you can finagle with it in the settings to adjust the amount of regen, but this is definitely going to be a pretty strong amount. As soon as you let off, it really wants to capture that energy back and put that back into the battery pack to give you the maximum amount of range.
Right. And we look forward to investigating all of the everyday elements of having a F-150 F-150 Lightning Platinum, you know, when we get one to test out for our full long review.
Wow. It's just so fast.
I am really impressed. I knew this was going to be fast, but this fast? Wow.
Yeah. You know, it's very fitting. We're riding behind a gas-powered F-150 King Ranch here. You see them everywhere, and I'm so impressed by this Lightning model. I feel like we've only been in this for 15 minutes. I mean, we are very limited on the time frame today, so I just feel like I'm scratching on the surface of how impressive this vehicle is. But by no means don't think that I'm impressed. I'm so impressed just sitting behind the wheel for just a little bit here. It's really fast. It has a lot of everyday livability. You're really not sacrificing anything over a regular F-150. You even have the towing capacity, and you also have a lot of range on top of all that. So with this F-150 Lightning, to say we're impressed is a little bit of an understatement.
And with that, we're going to have to conclude today's video here with this Lightning. But of course, like we said numerous times, we're going to test this out fully, so make sure you subscribe to our channel, and that's where you're going to see all of the nitty-gritty details when we test this model out in its fullest capacity. Of course, also make sure to check us out on Instagram and TikTok as well, and we'll see you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.